did we even say what did Predator Nominate, right? Did we even say that up top?
I don't think we did. I think we were so fucking excited.
Yeah. We went the whole episode without, maybe we did, and I'm just residue high, and I fucking forgot. I hope that I did say it, and I just wasted everyone's time by doing this whole thing right now. Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Alexander Volt. Say hello.
Hello.
This is not a normal regular episode, nor a single. This is a full-on loose ends, which we haven't done in a while.
We have not.
Which loose ends. That's where we tie up loose ends. It's where we did an episode, and then something happened, and then a thing came out that made our episode suddenly outdated.
Yes.
And here's one that
I wasn't expecting to do a loose ends.
Sure wasn't, considering the main dude has been dead for 20-something years, 25 years. Brainiac.
Yes, Brainiac. We were talking about an EP they recently released, and then some cool demos, because in this reality that we live in, there's no such thing as too much Brainiac.
Hell yes. And be sure to check out the original episode. It was episode 85, where we talk about all their actual the stuff, the band, the discography, whatever. And the Addict Tapes came out a couple of years ago, and it flew right over our heads.
Yes.
And then this one, which is far more of a, they say it's like an official EP. It's considered an official thing, even though it's posthumous, and it was, I don't know. It sounds like a really good demo, whereas the other stuff is like, oh, that's just all demos.
Yeah.
So you come in with that, at least knowing that, because if you're coming in expecting something like a secret EP before Tim died, where it sounds like where they were going, it's not that.
No. This is kind of a messier episode, and I wouldn't want it any other way for Brainiac.
Yeah,
it's really only for like super fans or people who are really enamored by the band. I think if you're new, please start with the
other stuff, for sure, because the band already is just
crazy.
They're so wild, and if you like the band, then you always want more of them. It's just a weird, charming thing about them. I went on my way some weeks back and finally watched the doc on them. Transmissions After Zero.
Not even
there
close.
We go. Which came out in 2019. And I remember a lot of what you said about it on the episode. And then watching it myself, I'm like, oh God, it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Man, they really built up Tim Taylor. Like they really like expanded on his quote unquote legend type of thing, and so much information, so many like childhood photos, like everything was documented
really well, and like seeing his parents and stuff.
Super sad.
Yeah.
Oh man. Then it's just really well done.
Yeah, but because it's Brainiac, I just watched it for my own enjoyment. I didn't think oh, this documentary is making waves or anything, but I guess it made enough waves that that documentary is why we got these demos and newish music. I
mean, I'm glad there's any attention at all toward this band, and that they get anything at all, and that and I think they're right now, as we record this, they're on like the tiniest tour ever. They just did 3 dates in UK, and then tomorrow, as of recording this, tomorrow they'll be doing two gigs in Ohio, one Dayton, other one, I don't know, Cincinnati or something. And of course it's the surviving members, and I don't know if it's like I don't know which surviving members. I'm assuming it's like the main three of Juan, John, and the drummer's name, Tyler. There we go. And I don't know who on vocals.
Yeah, all J and T names.
Yeah. The EP, we might as well start there, because it's, I don't know when it came out. It came out very recently, a couple months ago.
Yes.
Yeah, January 20th. And an extension of Electroshock for President. I was more of a question than...
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming that's what it's from.
I mean, it sounds... It's similar, right? I mean, it's very similar.
these songs don't really feel finished. I mean, a lot of them are under 2 minutes.
It's an extremely brief EP. It's almost 15 minutes with 9 tracks, which is saying a lot. And here's the thing, like, this feels super incomplete and obviously very rough and demo-y, especially some of the production here is obviously demo quality. But you go and listen to the Attic tapes after this, and suddenly these feel super developed and completed because those are actual demos. These are like demos and a half.
Yeah, the listening to these two things was an interesting comparison where it's like this sounds good but incomplete, where the Addict ones are, these sound more fleshed out but sound bad.
Sound like absolute shit. Well, some of them are fleshed out. A lot of those are just like literal 20-second, like, oh, I don't want to forget this riff, so I'm gonna play it. Yeah. And then they just put it on the record. It's like, okay, we'll talk more about that in a minute. But for this one, it made me sad because most of these, it's like they never, even though I didn't like Electroshock for President so much, they never, or Tim really never started to suck at writing.
Yeah.
The stuff was still consistently interesting and really kind of unique. What makes Brainiac and what makes anybody who doesn't like Brainiac not like them is the ways in which he plays these songs. I mean, a lot of it is just intentionally abrasive. And even like the doc, he'd bring a song to the other guys and they'd be like, that's awesome. That's good. I think that could make some waves. And he'd be like, all right. And then he would go into the room and then just change the whole song and then come out with a whole new song and like throw these crazy fucking synths on it. Obviously the vocoder stuff that he does, sing it all weird and falsetto-y like he does. Like anything to make this insanely accessible, really hooky song, not accessible and hooky.
Yeah. I thought the stuff on here was interesting because now, like, and probably like for the past 15 or so years, like moody, dark, like electronic synth stuff is cool now.
Oh yeah.
But this stuff is dark, moody, electronic stuff, and it was in the 90s. It wasn't really popular,
and especially not like this, because you got 9 Inch Nails stuff, which is popular, but it's far more, I don't know, fucky.
Yeah, that's more like aggressive and industrial, and not to say Brainiac doesn't have aggressive songs, but you don't,
not like that.
No, you never listen to Brainiac and think like full on industrial.
Never.
It's always weird
because the synths he's using are like these legitimately outdated toys, kind of. So it has a Kraftwerkness to it where it's just really rudimentary. No, not rudimentary, but like they sound like old beep boop sounds, old 70s lasers or something.
Yeah. So yeah, the title track very moody.
It sounds like the fucking Knight Rider theme. Well, basically kind of like the Knight Rider theme.
Yeah, this is like, there was always a level of alt rock to Brainiac or dancey punk stuff. This is just like dark sci-fi stuff.
Yeah. And then Kiss the Dog comes on, which is the beefiest track here at 2 minutes 40 seconds.
And probably, you know, if you're here for Tim Taylor vocals, probably the strongest.
His vocals are all over this thing. I do love his singing. It's so it's just so unpleasant. It's so intentionally unpleasant. Like he knows how to sing. You can tell he does, but he just does all this shit.
All for different reasons, but I feel like him, Nick Drake, and Jeff Buckley are just in this like gone way too soon category in my brain. Yeah. So like even like the littlest morsels, I'm enamored by.
This really does remind me a lot of that fucking second Jeff Buckley album. It's not really I forget what it's called. It's just posthumous, compilings of all the half ideas and half written songs before he died.
Yeah.
And it's the same feeling of like, oh, it was going to be bigger and crazier and weirder and a lot more interesting and innovative. And then he died. Even though this stuff is like, even if you get most of these songs and you flesh them out more and you add more instruments or better production, they're still not even remotely as accessible or fun as their earlier records.
No, like fuck. Sorry, I is the song that's called Vincent?
Vincent, Come On Down.
Yeah, like you can show that to like normal people who maybe like more like
more rock-minded people. It's hard to not understand that one, even though it does have kookiness to it.
Yeah, maybe even a Paramore fan. Who knows? Maybe. But I think if you show those same people Kiss the Dog,
no chance. And I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It has a really strong chorus. It's insanely dark and moody, and a lot of this is really dark, it's funny when you hear it with such silly synths.
I think another standout track for me is the Pyramid theme where
right. Yes.
Where like it's like they go like full John Carpenter there, and it's
maybe my favorite track on the EP. Most likely it is. It's there are drums, there are live drums on here, but so little.
Yes.
And that's one of the ones with Drum Machine. And it's a very funny sounding drum machine. It's not like an 808 big, hip hop sound. It's just like it's like stupid.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But goddamn, when that bass kicks in, it absolutely rips. And it's also an instrumental song. But talk about a robot song.
Yes.
A lot of robot stuff here.
Yes. For a band named after a like robotic humanoid Superman villain. And they do like lean into it obviously on other albums. This is like the most like knee-jerk reaction to the name Brainiac, I feel like. Yeah,
this weird almost Cronenberg with fucking wires and flesh getting all mixed together. But the stuff like Didn't Feel, which it suffers because of the demo quality, but God, like it really is the Brainiac that we love. Including Tim's insane, ridiculous falsetto singing. It's great. It hits really hard, great progressions. And then before that, we got Going Wrong, which is that one and Smothered Inside, I think are similar. They're both very moving and dark. But goddamn, it's just, if you take away the shitty presentation, it's still, God, it's so extremely well written and really unique.
Yeah, and then I think Smothered Inside and Going Wrong are just like twisted Brainiac versions of ballads in a way.
Yeah, where it's just like maybe one guitar and then Tim singing with a vocoder over it, all sloppily and drunkenly, even though I'm sure he wasn't either. But it's interesting stuff. This is definitely no entry point. It's not for everybody. No, but if you already like Brainiac.
Yeah, which I think, is it's so hard not to like this band if you like weird music.
Yeah, and especially when you know the just the whole story behind it and stuff. Like how beloved they were in the scene and how every major label wanted them, which is so bizarre.
It is. And also, I know people always say this about like bands that don't make it, but they really were ahead of their time. Like,
yeah, they really did predate a lot of the early 2000s kind of indie rock style.
Because and I can't really think of too many bands in the 90s that were like, let's do like noisy, dancey punk stuff.
Yeah, man, it really is unlike any other, because the second you put it on, and if you've heard before, like, oh, that's that weird fucking band.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single comparison in terms of like the overall, there's like a buzz. I don't mean that like figuratively. I mean like almost a literal buzzing sound over every song. Like in their entire catalog, there's always this weird layer of buzz.
I think we talked about this too on the main episode, and we were like, Devo, maybe
some buzz on Devo, early Devo for sure.
But even then, it's
kookier, it's weirder. It is way weirder than Devo actually was. And this, Makes me sad. Goddamn.
It is. And then, it's kind of hard to talk about like these 30-second songs.
There's not much
here,
to flesh out there, especially there's like a couple of like full on transition tracks that don't really do much, kind of throwaways. But I found myself liking this one with every listen more and more.
Yes. Definitely, not an entry point, but if you love them, of course you got to listen to it. Why would you not?
Yeah, just stuff it together with Electroshock President.
Put them on the same playlist.
Yep. All right, everyone, stop what you're fucking doing right away. This is a public service announcement. Manscaped now has beard products, and now a brand new nose and ear hair trimmer. If you haven't already heard, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming are traveling north of your South Pole with a revolutionary Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Plus, now they've launched the brand new Weed Whacker 2.0, which confirms they have all the best tools for your hygiene toolbox. Time for you to upgrade your toolbox by going to manscaped.com and using our code EAE for 20% off plus free shipping. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not that jazzed about the whole Beard Hedger Pro Kit for obvious reasons, mostly the main one being because I don't have a beard. But it turns out you actually need a razor to shave and not have a beard, like me. And goddammit, this thing has absolutely replaced all of my previous razor things. Gentlemen, meet the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. It's the ultimate package that makes it easier than ever to craft your signature look. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is an elite beard trimmer, which is tough on hair, but smooth on your face, leading to single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. This waterproof cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard, so no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. If I were to give any piece of advice, which I shouldn't because I'm not qualified to, it would be to absolutely use this fucking thing in the shower. It's insane. Who wants a fucking sink full of tiny hairs? No one. No one. You fucking animal. No one. The Pro Kit also comes with 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. This includes Manscaped's beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, and beard balm to moisturize, style, and shimmer your new beard. Plus, the kit has 3 free gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors. With a nice beard, your face is perfectly groomed, right? Wrong. You need to keep an eye out for those tough-to-trim ear and nose hairs. The brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 offers improved blades and skin-safe technology with a no-tugging guarantee. It's never been so painless to mind your manholes. Now that you have your face looking great, you must try Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0 for the full body grooming experience. And good news, the Performance Package 4.0 now comes with the Weed Whacker 2.0 and all of the other below the waist grooming products Manscaped is known for. Your significant other will be delighted to see you covering all bases. You know what I mean by that. So get 20% off and free shipping with our code EAE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use our code EAE. Always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Okay, let's get back to it. But now, the Attic Tapes.
Yes.
Which came out 2021 and compiles just all kinds of shit. All kinds of shit. I mean, there's 36 tracks or something.
Yeah, this is clearly not meant to be an album.
No.
But, we love talking about Brainiac, so let's do it.
God damn. So there are so many, like most of the things on here I find myself enjoying listening to. In this way? Absolutely not. How long is this shit too? It's really long.
It's like over an hour.
Yeah. I think an hour 10 or something, 15.
Yeah, I think breaking this up or maybe compiling like a playlist of whoever you are or listeners, whatever your like standout tracks are on here, just kind of make a playlist and consume them that way, because this is a lot. We obviously like these stories that albums tell. This tells a story, but not in a way an album does.
No, it's more like, I wonder what he was doing when he hit record that day at his house. It's there's so many of those snippets, just snippets of songs or little ideas, or most of a song, but it's only him and a guitar. This
is like a snapshot of how his brain works.
Yeah, and because of that, you get a lot of repeats.
Mm-hmm.
And so like some of the repeats are Silver Iodine and Red Silhouette, which like you get vastly different versions of those. One of them is like maybe just a guitar, it's like a skeleton piece. It's like, just the bass layer. Mm-hmm. And then the second version is like all kinds of synths and it's like it's just a different thing.
I wasn't sure what to expect here. Like, is this like guitars and normal vocals? but it's nice that, you know, there are electronics throughout it. There are still weird robot vocals
all over the place. You get a handful of songs that are on albums, but they're under different names here, different versions. Like I forget what it's called here, but Collide from Bonsai Superstar. It's like a longer, well, it's not. It's about the same length, but they tack on a bunch of white noise at the end to extend it. But it's like it's an early demo version of that song, which is one of their most beautiful, darkest, like chilling songs. So it's nice to hear that stuff in a different context.
I was gonna say, yeah, like actual Bonsai Superstar is cool to hear, like especially because sometimes the end result is so crazy to just hear them in a more raw form.
Yeah, working it out essentially.
I was gonna say Baja con los Locos. I forget the real song, but you know, that's the like a Japanese chihuahua. Wow.
Was it? Is it Kiss Me Ejectable Jerk? It is Kiss Me Ejectable Jerk.
It's also hard to remember the song titles when they're written with.
On Hissing Prigs, yeah, all the names are with the numbers that look like the letters, so it's a little bit confused. Yeah, there are a lot of also like basically completed songs on here that we never got anywhere else. Like, I mean, they kind of front load them, understandably, and thankfully. One of them is Still Insane, Velveteen.
That is not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not.
You could probably chop off the first 2 minutes of that.
It is lengthy.
Yeah.
But so it's the first minute and a half, 2 minutes is very like simple anthemic solo guitar and vocal kind of thing. And then this whole droning section comes in with these creepy vocal samples and these kind of dark riffs. Then at 4 minutes, we finally get like the band and the drums coming in and it feels like Brainiac. But that song made me miss them 100%.
Yeah, because like it does eventually get pretty beautiful.
Oh, toward the end, yeah.
And then it turns into like a punk song and it's just like, yeah, on paper, this shouldn't work. But here it is, and it's Ross in demo, and it works.
It fucking rules. Just a strange band. Just the way that they mash these riffs together is so interesting, and you really don't hear it that much.
Another standout track for me early on, God Pocket.
Oh yes,
very dirty, evil sounding, but then I don't know if they're actually like horns or vocals, but they add these like things that sound like horns.
It's got to be a synth, I'm sure.
Yeah, over this like evil sounding track, and it's just like, yeah, only these guys would do that.
Dig the driving drums. It's also very queasy. They have a lot of very sickly sounding
queasy's
a lot all over this thing. Like that's like their go-to sound. It's in a lot of cases.
This is pure raw, uncut heroin.
And because of that, it's too much. It's too much. It's hard to get. This one was really hard to take notes on. It was so hard. Like, what do I do? Write the notes on these 20-second little snippets?
Or I get like lost and my brain starts like going other places. I thought this was going to be a joy, but it was one of the harder albums.
Absolutely. It's hard because it's like what to even write down, but it's also actually hard because I'd say the hardest bands to cover or to take notes on are punk bands because
they're so short.
Because it's so short, I'm not multitasking. I'm not like listening to it and then writing down whenever I think it's as soon as the song comes on, I have a thought about it and then it's over immediately. So I have to write down what I thought before the next one. Like, yeah. So it's like I'm basically just in front of my laptop, just constantly typing. Yeah. So it's more hands-on. And this thing is long.
Yeah, it is.
So I was like, I'll write something when it actually strikes me. So
that's exactly what I did.
It's too much.
Fucking All I Have Is Stolen. That'll blow your speakers and your earbuds out.
Very cool song. Very cool song.
It is demos though. But you know what? Even if that wasn't a demo, I like to think it would still be harsh on it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Let's Let Loose is...
Or Let's Loose?
Let's Loose.
Or Let's Lose. We're both idiots. We both wrote it down as loose. It is lose. Let's lose.
Let's lose. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear like a studio version of that song. That was another one where
I mean that's
okay.
Hands of the Genius.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just it might have been on Bonsai. Yeah, no shit. It's track 2 of Bonsai.
That's why Mike's here, because there's no way I could.
Well, I have heard that album a lot. It's my favorite album. Well, it's not my favorite. I think it's their best. Hissing Prigs will always be my favorite.
Also, I'm a relatively new Brainiac fan.
I guess, I suppose. But that's kind of where it starts to get, this album starts to get demo-y, where it's like, all right, it's a minute. It's when they only had a minute done of that song, essentially. So it's like, that wasn't that necessary. You didn't really need that. I mean, we have the song. It's just a snippet and like an idea of it.
Is wrecked choke riffs? That's also a hard thing to say.
It is hard to say. I gave up already. Wrecked choke riffs.
You shouldn't say wrecked and choke right after one.
Wrecked choke.
That's probably why I picture him like kind of like
just trying to say words like hard, difficult phrases,
or kind of like a Patton guy where he just kind of
makes sounds
like, yeah, like again, wreck choke is like a weird
lot of consonants,
but then like Japanese like
well,
that was fun.
A lot of his lyrics, by most accounts, were like, oh, we don't know if they mean anything. I think he just liked the way they sounded.
For sure.
Yeah, good luck trying to decipher that. I'm sure it actually means nothing, which is fun.
I Will Haunt You. I felt like that really just...
That would have been a great song.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's like, you know, kind of what I want from a demo album where it's like, oh man, like that would have been it's just another skeleton, but goddamn, it's a cool skeleton. I like Charles.
You like that one?
It's really interesting to me. It's minimal,
yeah,
but it's carried by like this fuzz, and then the drums come in.
That buzz, dude.
That buzz Mike is talking about.
That's a lot more like the later stuff, like you know, the EP we just talked about. It's more on the mostly electronic, hilarious fucking falsetto vocals.
And then I'm assuming Flypaper Jam is the demo for that super creepy, disturbing song they have. Fucking with the
Ultimator?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, that's a good fucking song.
That's one of the songs that made me like really enamored with this band.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying something about Flypaper. So I was like, oh, is this...
yeah, explains that.
Is this a demo of that? Always, if you haven't heard Fucking with the Ultimator, whatever, what a monument in music history.
Yet no one knows of it. Very few people actually still remember it, but goddamn, it's good.
It is one of the most unique rock songs ever written, in my opinion.
That whole album, I think, is just insanely... It just has such a layer of like, what the fuck is this? It's like, I recognize it as music I would like, but it has all this shit on it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But that's what makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
That's the stuff you can kind of pick apart. And plus it's written so well.
Do you like Cookie Don't Sing?
Cookie Don't Sing? Yes.
Yeah.
Ain't too bad. Ain't too bad.
Kind of more of like, you don't get too much of a punk rock vibe from these demos, but that one was like, tapping into that.
Swan Song is another one where it's like, yep, that would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Very emotional. It's super well done. Another just, you know, solo guitar and vocals.
I don't know if Horses and Ammunition #1 is a real song or if it's just demo, but that song, that's why I listen to Brainiac.
Is it really? I didn't love that one. I like the second version on here more.
Yeah. I mean, they probably would have done some weird mash them up. Like you said, he went and like changed songs all the time. So who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just appreciate the weirdness of songs like that.
Yeah, the second version kind of bleeds in with the closer, the Jesus Christ of Rug Burns, which is a pretty fucking great song title.
Again, this is a fun, weird thing to say.
Yeah, a fun phrase. They would have been. I mean, it's so rough, but the outline is sound. It's got a good foundation. Like, yeah, god damn it. He really was taken from us. He was taken from us, dude. It's so fucking sad.
Oh man, yeah. That term is apt here.
Well, we can still cry alone listening to this in peace.
And yeah, we got documentaries. We got, I think, I don't know if one exists already, but I know like concert release DVDs or however people consume media these days aren't as popular as say when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love a proper like concert release on video or streaming or however they want to put it out.
Yeah. Wait, is because the footage is there.
Yes. So yeah. And if I'm wrong, please correct. Let me know what it's called. I will buy it immediately.
Yeah.
Right after I read your comment. But
yeah, I used to be way more into like just live performances, like DVDs or whatever.
It's so rad. I don't do it as often as I used to, but it's so rad if you're like cleaning the house or something. Like you got music, and then when you want to like stop
and look at something,
it's there, and then you can walk away from it. Like
yeah, there was a handful that I would have on rotation as a youngin'. Like one of them was Sam Hain. Check out that episode.
Oh man.
Another one was Death. Check out that episode. When the live in LA, which I stole. I didn't steal it. I just never gave it back to an old buddy of mine from high school. I still had it. I fucking still have that thing. He's never getting it back. I haven't talked to him in a decade.
Yeah, I think my go-to thing when I was young was Led Zeppelin it was like a 2-disc DVD thing. The first concert is this like raw early Zeppelin, and I love it. It's great. It's just like one concert. And the second one is like later Zeppelin, and it's just like excessive, and it's multiple concerts.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, both of these are appropriate and totally different, but disc one, I think that's like one of my favorite concert.
The more intimate.
In a weird way, it's more intense than like
that hunger was still there.
Yeah, then like when you see them doing like Kashmir, which is arguably the most intense epic thing they've done.
Pretty intense.
Yeah.
Pretty epic.
But then it's just like, man, they're just like doing like Dazed and Confused, and they're this in a theater, and there's nothing to hide behind. I saw some wrestler compared like wrestling in stadiums versus small. He's like, when you're in the smaller venues, that's Broadway. You can't hide. There's nothing there. When you're in a bigger production, when you're doing movies, you have editing and tricks, and
it's always better. It's better with music. It's better with theater. It's better with comedy. It's better with everything. The small clubs or like a decent sized theater, but like it's the intimacy. Just you feel a thing happening right in front of you, and you feel like you can affect the performance, even though you shouldn't. The fact that anything can happen,
even if someone's watching it on video decades later, it's like
electric.
It is. It's capturing lightning in a bottle in a way.
It's beautiful. Well, I think about wraps it up.
Yeah, that was like I said, we probably repeated ourselves a lot.
Yeah, but it's fun. It was. I went back after watching that doc and listening to these two things. Yeah, I went back in a little bit of a Brainiac phase. Like, yeah, they're one of those. I haven't heard a bad word about them from anybody who's heard them. And we don't want to hear it now. So get lost.
Hit the bricks. Also, let me just say, because I feel like we have a strong track record of willing weird things into existence. We did it with the Fugees, a few other things. Most recently, I don't know if you saw, Blowout Comb from Diggable Planets is now on vinyl.
Is it?
I bought it immediately as soon as I
Oh,
saw it.
what a coincidence. It's that EAE bump, dude.
So right here, I want Bonsai and
Hissing Prigs.
on vinyl.
They're not on vinyl?
No.
Oh, boy.
Or if they are,
They're all stupid expensive.
They're all, I want reissues of those albums. I'm drunk on power from my Diggable Planets one. Let's get Bonsai Superstar and the other ones on vinyl.
You hear that touch and go? We're watching you, dude.
Touch and go. We cover you all the time. We love you.
We do quite love you.
And
so many of your
I will literally give you money for these reissues.
Yeah, it's not. Don't worry. Okay.
I'm not just saying that. I back it up.
Damn right. So thank you so much for listening and watching and hanging out. You can find the. Did we even say what? Did
Our names?
No, the names of the EPs. No, we Predator Nominate, right? Did we even say that up top?
I don't think we did. I think we were so fucking excited.
Yeah, we went the whole episode without. Maybe we did, and I'm just residue high, and I fucking forgot, and you weren't paying attention because why would you?
It's been a rough couple weeks for me, and I'm happy to have Brainiac in my life.
I hope that I did say it and I just wasted everyone's time by doing this whole thing right now.
Yes,
that's
just say the names of them anyways.
The Predator Nominate EP is cool, and there's a link to that in the description.
Mm-hmm.
The Addict Tapes is out for diehard fans only, but you could also find it everywhere streaming. It's very cool too. Only if you're a fan of the band, otherwise it's unbearable.
Yes.
And you can find me on all social media at PanderMonkey and Alex on Instagram at
Every Album Alex.
Hell yeah. While you're at it, check out our history guide, Tom's. Well, I don't know when this is coming out. It actually might be, if you're watching this the day. No, it's already out. It's already out.
Okay.
It's already out.
Okay.
His new album with Existent Non-Existent is now out. You can find everything in the description as well as TomOsmanSounds.com and Patreon.com/Every Album Ever. You get bonus episodes. You get to hang out with us. You get, what was it? Well, not this loose ends is here, but there will be other loose ends exclusive to Patreon because
some loose ends we've decided we don't want the wrath of the internet anymore, and it's just for you guys.
It's not even like it is both a net and a gross loss to make episodes on certain bands. Like, we hate them. You hate us for hating them. I don't care. I'm not going to talk. We're not going to.
It's strictly for people who like us enough to give us money,
or who like us shitting on that particular band.
Sure.
And that band is Porcupine Tree. So you'll find the. Fuck that band. Oh shit. You can also join our Discord, hang out with us there, and suggest our EAE singles episodes. And if you're tier 2, if you're bigger than Jesus, then you can request a full ass discography for our bigger numbered episodes, and we will do that post haste. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So we might as well. What are we ending it with? Because we didn't end it. We didn't end Paramore with a track, which it was my fault because I forgot.
Oh shit. Do you want to go pure? I mean, I feel like it's Pyramid or the title track.
I think it's gotta be Pyramid theme.
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Hell yeah! So thank you so much for listening and watching. See ya.